MIT researchers warn killer heat waves soaring above temps humans can survive will be regular occurrences within our lifetimes in areas affecting over 500 million people. Areas of China, South Asia and the Persian Gulf will become uninhabitable by 2070 if climate change remains unchecked.
Here's a summary of the article.
Researchers at MIT warn that if climate change remains unchecked, over 500 million people will, from 2070 onwards, experience humid heat waves that will kill even healthy people in the shade within 6 hours. 3 regions were studied: China, South Asia and the Persian Gulf. The total number of people affected will be higher than 0.5 billion. Wet bulb temperatures higher than 33.5 degrees Celsius for more than a few hours have not been measured in human history. Would air conditioning be to avail? Podcast Ashes describes that a perfect storm will hit power supply at extreme temperatures. Air conditioning at high temperatures leads to more than 20% extra power demand, while at the same the power grid becomes less effective. Nuclear and gas fuel plants provide less power because of warmer cooling water, and transformers are more likely to overheat, leading to power outages. At the business as usual scenario, many billions of people would experience WBT higher than 32 degrees Celsius on a regular basis, which is already deadly for the less fit and makes working outside impossible.
This post received a score of 33,805, with an upvote ratio of 89%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
When I was a student in Iran, in the 70s, my teacher used to talk about this and was saying the only way to prevent this or lowering its impact was to create a massive green belt from the Gulf of Oman to Hamman Lake via the Luat Desert and all the way up to the border with former Soviet Union North Mashhad. The multi-billion-dollar project could create a 100 meters wide canal connecting the Hamman-Dying Lake to the free salt water from Oman Sea. Will have an enormous impact on the temperature and humidity of the whole region, both on the north and south sides of the Persian Gulf. He actually met the agriculture minister and his idea was presented to Shah of Iran, who was interested, but the revolution of '79 put an end to that dream. My teacher lost his job during the Cultural Revolution and was forced to make a living selling second-hand books until he died in '89.
Wow, very interesting, and tragic story. Thanks for sharing that.
Thanks. As I got older I realized what an amazing, caring and visionary man he was. Of course I was a total dick back then and making joke of the stupid old man who wanted to turn the dead Luat Desert into a green oasis. R.I.P. Mr. Ghavami. Without knowing it, he was the reason I became a strong advocate for environment.
It's funny how actions today can have long-term impacts on people, sometimes decades down the road.
A society grows great when old men plant trees whose shade they know they shall never sit in.
Such a great proverb. Wonder what happens to society when old men pollute the water that we drink?
We're about to find out, but I feel quite Roman right now.
Is that so, Ladibik?
Wuss poppin', it's Yarboy BRVTVS here.
I live in South Australia. The fear of our future summers and what could happen is very real. 46 degrees Celsius (114 degrees Fahrenheit) days are not for everyone.
I thought 33 was bad. I live in SC and I start sweating if it's above like 25. I hate hot weather so much, I'm not prepared for the future.
Maybe Dubai will hit 130 degrees with 80% humidity for a day or two one summer in 2030. Then a few years after that, it will begin to spread and become more common. It'll start off as a day or two of not being able to go outside due to extreme heat and humidity. That's when thousands of people will begin dying, every year, due to severe heat and humidity.
Consider also that a lot of those cities away from the tropics that only get deadly heat waves for a few days a year are also not going to have as much AC infrastructure, since a lot of older buildings will have been built without it and difficult to retrofit effectively or affordably, so poorer folks living in older construction could die, even if it's only at the fatal temperature for a day or two, if it's hot enough that only AC will save you. Expect to see libraries and schools used as emergency cooling shelters in the summers to take in those who don't have AC to make their homes survivable.
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.